everyone, welcome to TechSati. Vivo celebrated its 4th anniversary in Nepal, and as a part of the celebration, it also launched Vivo Y15s, a budget phone with a great battery. Today, we are going to review the phone, and we will also be giving you our verdict to help you guys decide whether you should buy this or not. Let's start with what's inside its box. So, the Vivo Y15s comes with a 10-watt charger, a micro USB cable, a SIM ejector, and a transparent phone case. Looking at the specs alone, we can see that Vivo Y15s is a successor for Vivo Y20 with minimal changes in chipset, processor, and battery. Vivo has also been facing some backlash from its users, and they have been saying that this phone does not quite live up to their expectations. Well, I also have some mixed feelings. Firstly, let's have a look at its design. Although it features a curved design, the phone looks quite sleek and slim. This one we have is in a mystic blue color, and it has an abstract looking back design which I find really cool. On the right side, it has volume buttons and the power button along with a side mounted fingerprint sensor. The charging port, microphone and the headphone jack are located at the bottom, giving it a minimal feel. We look at its display, it has a 6.5 inches IPS LCD screen and features a resolution of 720 x 1600 pixels, which is exactly the same as a Vivo Y20, which was launched about 1.5 years back. It is also similar to that of Samsung A03s, which is about 3000 cheaper than the Vivo Y15s. This phone has a 60Hz refresh rate, but it runs really smooth while watching videos and while scrolling through social media. Moving forward, the phone features a dual camera setup at its back and a selfie camera at the front. The 13MP main camera is capable of shooting images and videos at 4x optical zoom, and luckily the images look quite good with great detailing. However, the 2MP macro lens is not as good as I would expect in a budget phone. The camera samples are on your screen and you can tell the macro lens is on the bad side. Talking about the front camera, the 8MP selfie camera takes decent images, but they look beautified even if you turn off the beauty mode, similar to that of Realme 8i. The main camera and the selfie camera both can record videos at 1080p and the samples are on your screen. To sum up, I really think Vivo could have done a little bit better in terms of camera because the price we are paying for this phone is quite on the higher side. Now let's talk about the battery. Well, thankfully, I have no complaints about the 5000 mAh battery because it performs like Vivo has specified in the papers. On medium usage and full charge, the battery lasts for about 2.5 days, which I think is pretty good. And even under heavy usage, it lasts for more than 24 hours. But I think Vivo could have gone for a Type-C cable with this phone because these days all the phones come with it. So again, the need to carry an extra cable is there with this one too. That was it for battery, and now let's move on to UI and software. This phone is powered by Android 11 and FunTouch UI. Honestly speaking, I think the UI looks quite outdated and it actually reminds me of my first phone back in 2014. But again, it's just my personal opinion and you might find it good, so no comments on that one. Talking about its processor, this phone is powered by a 2.3 GHz octa-core processor and MediaTek Helio P35 chipset, which is the same as in Samsung A03s. Its performance is really smooth, and I think it's because of the combination of its chipset and the processor. Also, during moderate gaming, the phone seems to be really fast, which was a little unexpected. We did not try playing COD or PUBG, but while playing Temple Run and Traffic Rider, it was quite smooth. Yes, so that was it for the overall review of this phone, and I am sure that you guys have also created your own perception about it. Personally, I think this phone is really great if we consider it to be an entry-level device, but lacks in a lot of aspects if we look at its price alone. I think Vivo could have adjusted its price to be on a little lower side because there are a lot of better options available under 20,000. So that was it for today's video, guys. Do not forget to let us know what you think of this phone in the comment section below. And thank you for watching. Like this video and subscribe to TechSati.